Hey guys, MageJank16. I am back with more Jack's Dogma 2. I have an opposite boss in this game. So we're kind of doing a little bit of exploring after we got our master skill for Thief. So let's have some fun. Get something I like. Describe your habits.
This is rather thrilling.
Put your back into it.
Into a fight that I can take you.
How's about I put you out of your misery?
I will protect you.
That's what you get.
Well done, Master.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
It isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. Look there! I espy another statue.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. Over here, if you please.
This game is just so beautiful.
Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found in the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
No easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Frey, follow me. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed.
How are we to get through this door? Follow me, if you would.
might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Crowds can be troublesome. Best be on my guard.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit. I can't wait to see what...
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a quote or two to some.
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
The current hour.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
To stir up shop. Things like this.
Gotta take opportunities as they come, I say. Well met, sir.
Always gotta be in the thick of things, me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign?
Yes.
I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. The spider has woven her web rather carefully. We have reached our destination.
Oh. There we go.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparation... Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Yes. Yes. What other quests do I have? Just the place to call home. Okay.
There is much we ought to tend to, or shall change once... If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to... Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty...
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me.
What?
There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern.
Spend.
We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Grant's investigation.
You have my support. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Each day is harder to bear. Just leave me to my misery.
What else needs doing?
How will we find?
Huh.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Mm-hmm.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Very much so.
I worked hard today. I think I've earned a rest.
Even if you've no time to other errand to see to.
Have you business with the guild, sir?
Always a pleasure.
You're always such fun to talk to.
Reckon I could best any of these lumps in a scrap.
Oh, you there? Your presence is requested at the... Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. It is none of my concern.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good...
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price... Just remember, misers... die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business. Fancy a look at my wares?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. In all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
Look, as long as you keep. Take it easy. They're acting up.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you... Come back any time.
How are we to fight
The
with
rules
such
at your
ornate gear?
neck.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen.
Yeah?
Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false Sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely this ought to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part. But as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity.
Let's take it easy today.
Seems my feet always look to turn into. Lots to do and precious little time.
Ah. Let's go there.
Can't work as late as I
Look, as long as you please.
What shall I do today?
Bunch of sluggards.
Tis our duty to see this through.
As a matter of fact, loath as I am to recall the events of the coronation, they are fresh in my mind still. How might the technique used to control us be dispelled?
That's a very good question.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Welcome, sir. As ever, we are delighted to have you. Pray, Do enjoy your stay.
A place to soothe the spirit.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Always a fresh breeze blowing
Best
round
head to
here.
market before it slips my mind.
Now, where was
Always
I?
sets me to thinking.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to.
The latest tidings from Melv came as quite a shock. It's been decades since the dragon last appeared. 'Twas a tragedy to those. I thought to myself, with the dragons coming, the Arisen shan't be far behind. An end to the age of proxies at last. And indeed, we have our Soveren. Still, that I would see this kingdom restored to...
Everyone's
Huh.
busy with their own affairs.
Our clientele just isn't what it used to be. This place always puts me at ease.
Oh.
You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter. Here I am.
Huh. Is there anything else you'll say?
'Tis no simple. Here I.
Okay.
Leery eyes all round. We've a long night ahead.
No, that's not happening.
So,
'Tis no simple. Here I am.
oh wow.
I've had damn near enough of wastrels.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
I can but trust my... You the Arisen. I've been looking for you.
Huh?
Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Sven wants to meet. So I need to go back.
This is no life. I can't get by on muscle alone.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen, are you not? Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, it's a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location?
Okay.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen.
That's so cool. Just random things like that.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Okay.
I shall suffer none to disturb this.
Leave this place at once. You have no right to be here.
Okay, just gotta be careful and stealthy.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your life.
Come on, I gotta meet Sven. And
Quiet at last.
New recruits can barely lift their swords.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And
You
if
English
you
man.
do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course.
My sword arm. Use something back.
I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
This armor seen better days.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your life.